Hi guys, let's play a bit with our friend the SandWalker. But yeah, let's give a chance to people to possibly log in. So let's go play the vault first. I don't often play the vault before I'm level 30 for various reasons, but there are times when I can decide to play the vault. If I want a specific T-shirt for a character or something, playing the vault before reaching level 30 is usually a good way to get one of the rare T-shirts. Because essentially, once you reach a level 30, hi Scarvelli. Sorry, I didn't know you were dying to see one of my live streams. Maybe I should start streaming 3 times a day. So let's see what we got. Some boots. Well, do we have a ring here? Nah. So as you can see, I didn't decorate this base all that much, although I have a few junk. So let's take a look at the loadout. It's been a while since I played this character, so it's going to be good for me as well as for you guys. So essentially, I'm using shard. I don't want to show you screen. Striking stones. My supercharge is envelope. I'm using the crystal golem. Soothing sands, which is my breakout ability. It's also a group breakout. And earthen grip. Earthen grip is the pull move, obviously. And of course, if you notice, there was this strange glow around my character as he was spawning. I essentially have the Wonder Woman emblem activated, which gives me double XP. So let's go to the. Let's see if I have maybe. Do I need mods? I have a few mods in the bank, so I'm just wondering if I should use them or not. I guess not. Let's wait for that. I made this character an acrobat, which I'm starting to regret already. Essentially, it's much easier to travel around with a flying character, especially if you're trying sometimes to get a collection in a hard-to-reach place. But we'll make do. We'll be fine with our acrobat. Because it's easier to travel around with a flying character. It's easier sometimes to avoid certain mobs. It's easier when you're Hi Dasher Win. It's easier when you're looking for something on the map. And there are certain maps where it's a lot more difficult to travel those maps with an acrobat as opposed to a flying character.
We've got a fire to put out. Bane's back on the Venom and taking over Cape Carmine. Sound like a dream job?
So let's see what mission we got. Let's complete the Bane mission first, and we'll go fight some clowns after. And this character is mentored by Wonder Woman. I hope you had your money's worth of whatever you purchased. Did you purchase the new hairstyles? I was tempted to purchase them just to make a video, but man, I might still do that. Sorry if I'm backtracking. I heard something here, I think. I guess I'm just crazy.
Bane is back in Gotham. He uses venom to fuel his immense
So we're going to have to be a bit extra
now
careful,
his gang is selling the stuff all over the East End.
because odds are we're going to be jumped by some evil villains.
Take some samples for analysis
So let's be careful.
and get that venom off the streets.
It's not as much an issue as it used to be because there isn't that many people who actually level up their characters in the PvP open world. So people don't camp the low-level missions as much as they used to because it's a pretty rare thing to actually see players doing those missions in the open world anymore. Hi, Bank Sonics. A lot of you. No, I won't say villains are misguided. They're just evil. Armories are always a good thing to have. Oh yeah, I should summon my wolf. I'm not used to playing with pets, I guess. So you got a whole bunch of stuff, some armories, some styles, some auras. That's pretty good. It's a 50 euro well spent, I'd say.
Sticky Vale exclusive. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, is a widely used symbol of Bane's followers.
Yeah, I think everyone saw at least a bit of the WhatsApp that you're referring to. It was pretty popular at some point, so I'd be surprised if people aren't at least aware of it. Like even before watching it, it's something you would see pop up here and there. It's not a waste. If you're getting what you want, it's not wasted. If you told me you spent, let's say, $200 on the booster bundle and did not get the aura you wanted, then okay, I would agree that maybe you've wasted your money. But if you've purchased your money on stuff that you actually want and you got the stuff you wanted, well, you didn't waste it. Yeah, he's a bit of a tragic figure, that Thanos. As for the Batman Rebirth and a new movie, I'm not sure. I know they've been planning to make more Batman films pretty much ever since even before Batman vs Superman was released. That's how happy they were with the new Batman. Oh yeah, that's what this does. I hate this power. It's not a bad power per se, but it pretty much blocks the whole screen. Okay, one more strongman and we can move on to the next part. And here's our lucky... Oh yeah, level 16.
Samples are a weaker version of Bane's
Yeah, I saw that trailer earlier today. It was pretty cool.
muscles. It can destroy your body. And it smells terrible, I might add.
What was the dare and what did she change her name to? Or what was her name? But yeah, the Harley Quinn and Deadshot trailer was pretty cool. Uh, they had a pretty good idea to give hyenas to Harley Quinn. That's pretty cool, and it fits so much with the character that it's hard to believe that they didn't think of that before. Not sure if they'd ever gave them hyenas as pets in the comics before. I don't recall that, but I could be mistaken. And Deadshot was pretty cool. The way he uses his wrist pistols, and even the way at some point he throws his machine gun in the air and then catches it and shoots a poor Batman in the face. If she likes using combo, she'll enjoy her celestial powers.
Hello.
I knew I was forgetting something.
The basic injectors the hoppers carry. Without that, the venom can't enter their system. How about it? Can you grab some?
At this point, I won't really worry about trying to use weapon mastery, advanced mechanics, or things like that. I'll just use whatever power seems cool at the time. Oh, there's an evil villain right here. Well, let's see if we can give him the beating of his life. Oh, he flew away. Oh, he's back. Not sure why he ran away. He probably thought I was higher level, and then when he saw I wasn't, he turned around. Well, that's usually how brave players are. Yeah, the Arrival trailer is intriguing. Oh, so I guess we only need one more hopper. Okay, so we can go into the distribution center.
We've been tracking Bane's distribution system through Gotham. They've made me as a cop, but you could get through and check out those terminals for
And there's what's their name? The people who are making How It Should Have Ended. They made essentially a video parody using that. Essentially reused bits of the trailer. And of course, instead of aliens, well, the alien that they do encounter is actually Superman. Since Amy Adams obviously plays Lois Lane in Man of Steel and in Batman v Superman. And in the parody, Superman even says hi to Hawkeye. Because he's a nice guy like that. Although it wasn't their best idea, it still was a fun parody. And you can tell they did that pretty quick. Usually they redraw the whole thing when they make a parody. In this case, they pretty much reused the footage as is and only added their Superman at the end of the trailer. Actually, it was their version of the Man of Steel Superman, I guess, as opposed to the one we usually see in the Superhero Cafe. Yeah, pretty much. That is sad, but yeah, he pretty much is. There are people who will argue that he did not kill anyone in that film. But the very first scene we see him when the guy is holding Lois hostage, Essentially, that's the first thing he does. He smashes the guy through like 3 dozen walls, and there's no way the guy is not dead after that. Nah, I don't think so. Let's see, we got some new gloves, it seems. Oh, and some new pants. No, the gloves aren't so good. Let's see what's in the box. Nah, nothing really worth. Or normally I would probably take one of the styles, but no, let's take the Compound Omega. It's not that useful, but sometimes you have to choose the lesser of two weevils. Ooh, here's our friend Nightwing. Or Diego. No match for me and Nightwing. I'm pretty sure just Nightwing alone could have captured them. But Nightwing is so nice. He's letting me help him. A fantasy about the guy becoming Hush? Yeah, maybe.
Good to know you're out there taking care of it.
But we all know who Hush is. He's Tommy Elliott. He cannot be some random guy in the Middle Eastern desert.
Exclusive. Bane's recruiters often bear the image of corruption, not the hunter.
And you have to wonder in Batman v Superman, essentially, as soon as Lois is in danger, he manages to rush over, even in the middle of the desert, to save her. But just 2 minutes before that, Jimmy Olsen got shot in the head. Like he was able to fly over there in half a second to save Lois, but left Jimmy to die. When you start thinking about it, there's too much about that doesn't really work. I guess we missed one of the containers. Oh. Well, yeah. The answer is you must not think about it too much, if at all. Otherwise, it pretty much comes apart at the seams. But still, you wish they would have thought this through just a little bit more. But they're so much trying to make it edgy and cool that they do whatever they think is cool, and they don't really think about it all that much. Oh well. Let's get out of here. I won't shatter your illusions. Oh yeah, level
Bane
17.
kicked the venom once, but he's back on again. And the last time he was using, he broke Batman's back. So for me and Nightwing, this is personal. We're not losing anyone to Bane ever again.
Even with their distribution hub down,
So there's usually a side quest right over here.
when Bane's hopped up thugs object, take them out and detach their venom injectors.
Again, we're gonna have to be extra careful. As you saw, there's a few evil villains fairly nearby. Although it's not as bad as it once was. Seeing how there's barely anyone doing these missions in the PvP open world nowadays, there's no real point for people to camp in these zones because they'll only see one player once in a long while. As opposed to in the past, when people were playing these missions in the open world, then there was a lot more players that could be jumped in this area. So you would always have some evil and players camped, especially high-level players camped in low-level zone, and they would be farming player kills. Even though if you kill players that are way lower level than your character, it doesn't give you anything. There's still players whose only thrill was to kill other players. Sup, Daki King? Sorry, I just noticed your cal. I was just too level focused on what I was doing.
Vicky Vale reporting. Initially, Arthur was also worn by Bane's street forces.
What are you? Get off of me! No more pain, please.
Hey Roblox. How are you in this fine day? Thank you, Daki King.
Fine. I don't need any.
You're very sweet to say that.
I need it. The venom is mine.
Sorry, I'm just being a bit distracted. There we go, all good. Well, thank you, Roblox. I try. I do what I can.
Don't take away the venom. So much pain.
Yes, he was. He was played by Michael Clark Duncan. Essentially the same guy who played the Kingpin in the Daredevil movie. So I guess he's one of the few who has the distinction of having played in both Marvel and DC films.
No, don't take away the venom. Venom's supposed to make me invincible.
Now here it's a 5:45, more or less. 6 p.m. I meant.
Batman is a big believer in tough love, or just being tough. Those thugs will recover, but they'll be hurting for a while.
So I guess we're done here, or are we?
Bane's addicted to venom, but he's no fool.
Oh, that's what I thought.
His main stash is taped to there's an unbelievable entry up top, behind the light. Nightwing's inside, but no one should try to take out Bane alone. Bane can be dead.
So let's go up the tower. They're trying to put some distance between essentially themselves and the Green Lantern films. Essentially, the reception, the perceived reception was so bad that they're trying to wait until people pretty much have forgotten about that film. It's not unheard of. It's something they often do with movies. Essentially, they did the same with Batman. Like when they made Batman and Robin, uh, nobody wanted to make a Batman film for a while. Well, Warner didn't want to make a Batman film for a while, and there were. It's not as if the people weren't interested in the Batman. There was still plenty of interest, and there were still plenty of people interested in making a Batman film. But they held on until took them what 8 years I think before they finally decided to make another Batman film. Have a nice day, Daki King, and have a good sleep. So essentially, they waited quite a bit after Batman and Robin to try to distance themselves from that film and hope that people would pretty much forget it. And that's what they're doing with Green Lantern. Oh, well, there's this stigma against Robin. Essentially, a lot of people want Batman to be for adults. They seem to forget that superheroes pretty much were created for kids. And in their more adult Batman, there's no room for a 12-year-old kid in green shorts fighting crimes. So we can see that even in BVS and Man of Steel. Essentially, they're trying to make grown-up movies, quote unquote, with something that's supposed to be for children. Makes no sense, but that's how it is. And Robin doesn't fit within the frame of making a grown-up Batman film. Even though we've seen examples that it could work. You can have someone with a 12-year-old sidekick, and people will accept that if it's well done, obviously. The best example we have is with Hit Girl and Kick-Ass. We essentially had the Batman and Robin dynamic, and it was with a 12-year-old girl. So, but somehow there are people who are dead set against Batman having a 12-year-old boy sidekick with him. And they'll use excuses like it's child endangerment or something like that. Which is why when they actually had Robin in the previous films, he was essentially a grown man. So I think it's going to take a long while before you actually see Robin done justice on the big screen, sadly. Like right now, the closest you got in the new DC universe, or what the DC extended universe. Holy crap, I hate that name. Is the Robin statue? Like essentially, the first time we saw Robin, they killed him, and all we see is the statue of him. So that's how much they like the character. They're willing to show him as long as they just show a dead version of him. If it makes any sense. But if you like Robin, there's this awesome fan film called Grayson. We won't have Green Lantern until 2020. So if there's any Manhunter, it might be in that film, or it's going to be after that. So at the earliest, 2020, you might see some Manhunter, but probably later than that. As far as villains or even characters in the DC Universe they're not that popular or that well known. So the odds of DC using those characters in the film, they're pretty slim. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but I wouldn't expect that until 25 or something. And to come back to Robin, if you enjoy Robin, there's this awesome fan film called Grayson. It's essentially Dick Grayson who retired, and but he decides to come out of retirement as Robin because Batman has been killed, and he wants to find Batman's killers. It's not a complete film; it's only like a trailer. But holy crap, the ideas behind it are all kinds of awesome. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait a bit. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, it was all kinds of awesome. It was such a simple idea, and you would have to think why did no one think of that before? But then again, a lot of people don't really like Robin, so maybe someone did think of that before, and someone said, "Nah, let's not do that." Which is why sometimes you need fan films to be able to do what the bigger studios aren't really willing to do. So you live on the other side of the world. Or is that just on the West Coast? Holy crap, Bane went down quick. Let's go for the Bane belt. So if any of you guys ever wondered how to get the Bane belt, that's how you can get it from our little friend Bane here. If you're lucky enough, it's a rare drop. So if you're lucky, you'll get it. If not, you're gonna have to farm quite a lot. Oh, in Ireland. Oh yeah, yeah. Silly me. I should know which way the Earth turns. Or maybe I should subscribe to the flat Earth theory.
Vicky Vale reporting. Xochipilli is frequently depicted by street artists.
Someone must have tampered with Bane's venom.
So let's go see our friend
We're
Catwoman,
looking at a full-scale.
and we'll go fight some clowns afterwards.
Bane's addiction is his weakness. I'll speak to Dr. Tompkins about a rehab possibilities. In the meantime, he'll stay in custody. Meet Batwoman at the safe house. I'll have further missions for you soon. Batman out.
Does it rain a lot in Ireland? Like I was in Germany for 3 months, and holy crap, it was raining every single day. It was pretty depressing. And I would expect that kind of weather also in England. So I assume Ireland, pretty much being in the same area, is probably similar.
You've survived Scarecrow and Bane. I can only imagine what Gotham will throw at you next. Good to have you on the team.
The Dark Knight Rises and Batman v Superman don't happen in the same universe, essentially. They decided to, for various reasons, they decided not to continue with that series. One of the reasons apparently is because of what's his name, Christopher Nolan. He wanted his trilogy to be a finite work of art. So when they after the Dark Knight Rises, essentially they restarted the whole Batman thing, and the same with Robin. So there was no way you were going to see what's his name, the actor playing quote unquote Robin in the Dark Knight Rises. There's no way you were going to see him play Robin later on. So you unlocked a whole bunch of feats. It can be pretty expensive though. You can easily spend 1,000 replays very quickly, and you don't unlock that many feats and that many skill points. Strangely enough, with 1,000 replays. Like it may seem like a lot, but at the end of the day, you realize that, oh, I've only unlocked, I don't know, 30 feats or something.
This is Batman. Joker's clowns are turning the old amusement
So let's
park
go fight
into a
some
Arkham
clowns.
Zone. Gotham PD.
I know I have a few skill points and a few power points accumulated, but I'll go to my base a bit later, so I'll imprint those then. I don't really need them right now, I suppose. But yeah, that's why you see a big difference between what happened in the Dark Knight Rises and what happens in Batman v Superman. With a bit of tweaking, it could have been the same universe. Like they could have had essentially Batman who pretended to be dead at the end of Dark Knight Rises, and then have the same Batman come out of retirement for BVS. But I guess that's not what they wanted to do.
Has an uninvited guest stumbled into my toxin testing ground? So sorry I can't be there to welcome you in person. Enjoy the party if it doesn't kill you first.
Hey, Batcraft and Spidey. So which are you, Batcraft or Spidey? Well, thank you. I do have an atomic character too. Actually, I have two of them. I have one on PS4 and one on PC. On PS4, it's an evil villain called Hyperion, or Red Hyperion. Although I should probably change the name at some point, but... And on PC, it's Division. Essentially, I created the Division character and used the atomic powers to try to mimic his density-changing abilities. Which kind of sort of work, I suppose. If you bend, if you cheat quite a bit. Well, if I can fight off depression for you, that's worth it. I suppose it depends. What level is your character? Essentially, I'm trying to make videos so that new players have some sort of reference point if they need help. That's okay. So I wouldn't mind teaming up, but I don't want to team up with a level, I don't know, 53 character that will essentially one-shot everything. But if you're, I don't know, level 18 or around a level 18 like my character, sure, we could team up. If you're level 12, we still could team up. It's not a problem. That's a little too high, I'm sorry. Maybe if I'm playing at some point with some other characters, then we could team up. Oh, there's an evil villain. I'm not sure why I keep on losing my friend. Oh yeah. Usually the CR has to do with your combat rating, with your gear. So if you have a low CR, it's probably because of your equipment. Like right now, my combat rating is 13, despite the fact that my character is level 18. The reason for that is that I'm gaining experience point faster than I'm upgrading my gear. And the reason for that is because of the double XP. So the double XP makes it so that I'm gaining level faster than usual, but I'm not gaining gear faster than usual. Oh, it's pretty easy. First, the powers. The powers aren't all equal. So, like as you saw, the villain who I fought just a few minutes ago was level 22, I think. But I'm using Earth, which is pretty powerful. So that sort of kind of explains why I was able to defeat that villain. one of them was pretty hurt. There seems to one, two. Not sure if there was two or three of them, but the powers, essentially the powers make a big difference. Oh, good luck, Roblox. The powers make a big difference. The skill points also. This early on, if you can purchase like 100 skill points for your character, you're going to make it a lot more powerful. And of course, if you use weapon masteries also. Essentially, at some point, when we first got the ability to unlock skill points, I have a character that I had purchased. I think I had purchased about 100 skill points with that for that character in order to be able to unlock the weapon mastery. And at some point, I was jumped by three evil players. There was one level 22, one level 25, and the other one was level 30. And I wiped the floor with all three of them because I was using weapon masteries. And early on, 100 skill point makes quite a difference with your character. So essentially, I was much more powerful than they expected. Hey, Gabe. For the flashback universe, yeah, I can give you some sort of introduction. Essentially, it started with a little story called what's its name? Same time next year, something like that. Where essentially we have this superhero called the Saturn Knight and this evil villain called Lady Nemo, who meets once a year. They meet once a year in some park, and they essentially compare what happened to them, or talk, or just stuff like that. And essentially through that first issue, we get introduced to pretty much the whole flashback universe, or maybe not the whole flashback universe, but a whole bunch of them. So we get introduced to the Vanguards, to the Paladin, to the early. There are some missions where you may as well focus on DPS. Essentially, the first, I don't know, from level 1 to level 30, yeah, you'd better play as a DPS. There's probably a few exceptions, but as a rule, you may as well play as a DPS at that time. And you can pretty much play as a DPS until tier 4, I think. Doesn't mean that you cannot play your role. Like you can play as a controller or a tank once you reach level 30, or even before. But as a rule of thumb, you might be better to play as a DPS. It depends, Gabe, what level your character is. Essentially, I was mentioning to our friends a bit earlier. I don't really want to play with like a level 30 character that will one-shot everything. It could be. I have no idea. It was three guys, and that was like I don't know, 2 years ago. So I don't really recall who the three players were, and I wasn't recording videos back then. So sadly, I wasn't able to record my exploit. But essentially, as soon as we were able to unlock skill points, I figured, yeah, let's give it a try. Also, I wanted to give weapon masteries to. I wanted to give weapon masteries to my character. So, and when those three guys jumped me, essentially they saw that I was a level 10. I think I was in this area. So when they saw this level 10 playing a few missions, and they decided to well, it depends what the level of your character is. If you're level 30, you may as well not do that. I don't think I really. Per se, I don't really need help. I'm already with the double XP. I'm gonna be over leveled pretty quick. Oh, that's what this does. I'm sorry, I was a bit distracted. Well, I can add you to my friend still. The Ghost 180. Well, let's see if it works. Sometimes people ask me to invite them, and then we realize that we're not on the same server. But I'll assume that we are. Ghost 180. Oh, my bad. And there you go. I don't think I ever met Youngblood Gaming. In game, I haven't met that many people that are known, I guess. Once in a while, I'll meet someone, either from the forums or some such place. But it's a once in a while occasion. It doesn't happen all that often. And the same goes for essentially meeting the same players. Like at some point on PC, it was very easy to end up grouped with the same players from mission to mission
If I know Joker, he's left.
because there were so few players, especially on the villain side. There were so few villains that sometimes you would play with your villain character, and from mission, let's say uh, you decided today, okay, today I'm going to play tier 5 missions, and you would queue for tier 5 missions, and every missions it would be the same group, as if there was only 4 of us playing tier 5 missions that day. So it was a pretty common occurrence to meet the same people, and at some point, seeing how there were so few villains, we pretty much knew each other. But on the flip side, on the US PS3 at the time, there were so many players that meeting the same players never happened. And since the player emerge, although I haven't been playing that much as a villain, I guess lately, or if I play, I don't. I usually play solo missions. But playing with the same people doesn't happen all that often. But once in a while, it will happen. Like you'll queue for missions after missions, and somehow end up with the same guy because there seems to be only 2 people queuing for those missions. So to get back to my Flashback Universe story, so essentially that's pretty much how the Flashback Universe started. We had these 2 characters, Saturn Knight and Lady Nemo, meeting, and they would discuss their adventures and what happened to them and all that good stuff. And through that, we would introduce the various Flashback Universe characters. Well, you can find it in your on duty menu. If you give me a second, I'll try to show you how. Essentially, you go on to do your on duty menu. You go to your four player missions, and right now I don't have access to the mission, but you're going to see it. You're going to see it in your list of missions, Ace Chemicals. Also, you could enter the mission through the open world if you have a group, or even if you decide to play it solo. Essentially, if you look on the map, at the other end of Gotham, you have Ace Chemicals, and there is a portal for Ace Chemicals right here. You have 18 CR, and what's your level? Because yeah, as you can see, my level right now is 18, but my CR is 13. Actually, let's look if we have. Maybe I got some new gear that I haven't noticed. Ooh, I have some new boots, but nah. Like essentially, right now my combat rating is going up faster than my level is going up faster than my combat rating because I have the double XP thingy going on. So essentially, the double XP makes us go up in level faster, but it doesn't. But we gain the same gear as usual. So the gear and the CR doesn't go up faster, but the level goes up faster. I hate those android clowns. 27, you're going to pretty much one-shot everything if I invite you with me. Sorry about that. Maybe some other time when I'm playing with another character, we could play together. But right now, it would be a bad idea. Sorry about that.
Left the toxin formula with Harley. Robin's already there. He may need.
So I still need.
Counting on you. Batman out.
Let's go up the roller coaster of doom, as it says in the mission. Yeah, ask your brother to send me a tell, and we could play this mission together.
What's more fun than a bomb? A giant bomb full of Joker toxin, of course. Especially this new stuff I've been whipping up. Use it on your friends. Use it on the GCPD. Use it on Batman and Robin. It's a blast.
So just one more. So I mentioned a bit earlier how it's easier with a flying character. Essentially, when you need to pick up an exhibit in a hard to reach place, it's a bit easier with a flying character. Oh, I'm sure I missed a lot of things. Food is probably what I missed the most. Let's say I'm not too big on exotic food, and so whenever I would travel around, eating good traditional food is probably what I was missing the most. Well, I could switch phase. He doesn't have to come to the PvP phase if he doesn't like to play PvP. No, I took only a handful of comics with me at best. And usually, I would purchase some on my travels. Like when I was in Germany, I bought a few Marvel comics in German. There were also a few, what would you call that? Smaller editions, like a few digest editions. Is that a proper word? So Badcraft, tell your brother I'm coming to the PvE phase. Batman X Knight. Well, let's add him to our friends. X Knight. Oh, that seems to be about right. Oh, I forgot. Oh, didn't I? Okay, now I get it. Oh, they did sell comics in Germany. They even sold Captain America comics in Germany. Hello, Black Flag. So let's see if we can phase with our friend. Okay. So I'm not sure if you have a microphone. Yeah, I'm on my way. I just switched to PvE. I just need to go back to Gotham. Yeah, essentially, I bought a few Captain America comics. At the time, Paul Neary was the artist in the series. It was around the time when Captain America met Captain Britain. So there was these digest Captain America comics that I purchased, but I also had the standard American comics too. So let's go meet our friend Batman the Knight.
I saw that dingbat Harley Quinn wrapping up cops like presents for the Joker. The Joker's clowns have got cops locked up in cages. Cute, huh? Help us bust them out.
The only thing that's a pain in the butt is the Joker droid. Other than that, I thought this mission was fairly easy to do. And as you're seeing, with two of us, it's even easier. So imagine if I was with a level 27 player or a level 30 player. Let's free that poor cop. We're probably going a little too quick. I'm sure we forgot something, but not a big deal. Well, I don't usually try to level up fast. Like, power leveling characters is not really what I'm trying to do. Once in a while, yeah, I'll try to raise my level so that I can sometimes get a piece of gear or essentially I'm playing the SandWalker and I'm playing with the Batman the Knight. A new friend I just made. Well, yeah, usually I don't try to power level my characters. Essentially, I just try to enjoy playing the game fairly smoothly. The only reason why I'll try sometimes to level some characters a bit faster will be, let's say I'm playing a Green Lantern character and I want to have access to the tier 5, to the Green Lantern gear, which is tier 5. Well then, yeah, okay, I'll try to raise my character to tier 5 so that I can actually purchase the Green Lantern gear. And even then, like I have essentially I have a Flash character that I probably should level up so that I can use the Shockjaw gear, and I haven't done that yet. The same with my Wolverine character. I have a Wolverine character that would look awesome with the Ra's al Ghul hair.
Thanks for the help. Not that I couldn't have done it myself. Eventually.
They call him the Joker. But my puddin' is no joke.
So we got a small upgrade for the helmet and a few styles. Oh. I think we're about to crash. I'm seeing our friend Batman the Knight going through a wall.
We've got the formula, or at least part of it. Good. Oracle will send me the details. The GCPD will take Harley to Arkham, and I'll take care of it.
Harley's heading to Arkham. Head to the East End police station. Commissioner Gordon will be there dealing with the paperwork.
So we saw a bit funky. Our friend Batman went through the wall. Not sure if it's because I was lagging or maybe he was lagging or. So I thought I was going to crash. That wasn't a good sign, but I guess not. Maybe it's just our friend who got a bit of a lag spike or something. So let's go collect our reward with our friend Gordon.
Hey, I have to get right back out there. Maybe we can
I
talk
hate
later.
when that happens.
Now that Batman has part of the toxin formula, we're one step closer to shutting down the Joker's insanity. Good work.
I know I can rely upon you for this mission. Circe is using a scrying pool in a ritual to locate magical exabytes. It seems the
That's what I
ones she's
thought.
stolen and killed for are not enough. We must stop her ritual before her power swells. You must lead the Amazons into battle against Circe's bestiamorphs.
distributing equipment to our heroic partners even more than desk duty.
No problem.
I love distributing equipment to our heroic partners even more than desk duty.
I'm not sure I should sell that drink. Oh yeah. So let's see, next time, Unknown Evil, Scrying Bull. So next time we're going to fight the forces of Cersei in Chinatown. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.